Hello everybody, it's me, Dregobob, back with another video. After the horrors of the last video, I thought it would be best to go back to simpler projects. Something fun and totally not niche at all. But before I tell you about today's video, remember, the most liked comment will be featured in the next video. To you at Joka Shepherd 2124, that's pretty cool actually. I've never tried running character names through a translator before. Now, to your artistic types, be you musicians, artists, 3D modelers, or even other YouTubers, be sure to join my Discord server. At the end of today's video, I'll be displaying more art from artists on the server. Now, without further ado, let's get you acquainted with the topic of today's video. Team Fortress 2! You love it. You hate it. You may even be playing it right now, but chances are you're at least familiar enough with it that you decided to click on this video that you're watching now. Hi! And that brings me to the topic of today's video. TF2 horror media. I'm sure you know about impossibly or the TF2 Freaks or those Gmod ARGs that have been everywhere for the past few years, but what about things that don't qualify as full-length movies or ancient memes? What about TF2 analog horror? Now, Team Fortress 2 is inherently the least scary game in all of the source catalog, but today's channel has excelled at making something horrific and pretty interesting out of Team Fortress 2. And that series is the Anomaly series from the YouTube channel Keeg Kills Reality, who honestly makes some top-notch TF2 animations. I mean, just look at this!
Not much of a quick draw, are you, partner?
You're a long way from France, boy. Nope.
That was great, am I right? I'm right, I'm always right. Now, this Anomaly series chronicles the misadventures of a player being haunted by, as you could guess, an anomaly of sorts. Later in the series, we also discover it's not just him who can see them, but I won't give anything else away. Now, let's begin with the first video in the series. 2fortanomaly.mp4. Looking to the description first, it reads, "Was playing some 2Fort the other day and saw that. I don't know if it's a glitch or something from the recent big update, but it scared me. Today I decided to upload it here to see if anyone encountered something similar." This video opens with a player loading into an older version of TF2 on what's likely an older PC. The lower quality, compressed recording, and the box video oozing that familiar old source game feel. Though, that's not important. As our MC enters the match, selects a class and makes his way out of spawn, another thing to note is the classes that are in play. The MC is a scout, and the two others are playing as a sniper and heavy. However, as he leaves spawn, there's a red engineer, medic, soldier, and a pyro, all of whom are taking a part in the world-famous 2Fort dance party. Though, the MC leaves the room for just a moment, and everything falls silent. Every player is gone, and the only sign there was someone there before is a ragdoll of a sniper out on the battlements. Though the MC soon discovers a sniper heading towards the intel room. A red sniper, no less.
Feel the burn now. Y'all ain't ready for this.
Following them down, Scout sees them slowly entering the intel room and peeking around the corner. He's just standing there. After a moment, the MC is chased out of the map's basement, a fog overtaking the map as he sprints back upstairs before entering the room as if nothing had even happened. The dance party from before continuing as it was. As you can already tell, this anomaly isn't friendly. And like the other things of this type, it seems to have a power over either the player's PC or the game world itself. Why it's chosen to haunt the MC is still unknown, though I personally believe it's simply without rhyme or reason. I mean, if I ran into that could just mess with someone via a game, I would do it just for fun. _anomaly.mp4. As per usual, we'll take a quick cursory look over the description before we go into the video itself. I was playing some Double Cross when it happened again. The engineer that I had friended noticed it too. I thought I was the only one seeing it. Not sure why the map auto-loaded like that, or why there was a load trigger in the live game. The audio skipped at the end because my computer crashed and blue screen at the end of the recording. Sorry. I am scared to join another match, and I haven't played since. Please post if you experienced this at all recently. I need a fix. I have checked the forums to see if anything has experienced this, and haven't found anything. I still think it's a bug with the recent major update. I'll log in a few days once I get over my fear. So it seems the anomaly can actually be seen by others. Whether or not the anomaly is doing this purposefully, I'm unsure. But let's look at the actual footage. The video begins again with the MC loading into a match. The team lineup this time is normal looking. The better part of the video shows off normal gameplay with the MC running around, getting up to normal scout things. We also notice a blue sniper watching the scout from afar. As we'll come to know later, this is very telling. A little later into the video, the MC and engineers spot the sniper heading into the red sewers. It's too low quality for me to tell exactly what team they are on, but let's watch on. Scout is again chased by sniper, and additionally a heavy into a white door. From here, he's taken right back to where it all began. Literally, as the events play out exactly the same. All except for the last part, where the scout or MC seemingly realizes what's going on, where they try to flee, only to meet the sniper anomaly once again, where he presumably blue screens the MC, like he said in the description. There only seems to be more layers being added to this as we go. The anomaly seems to have supreme control over the game, and likely the MC's PC too, though its full extent isn't truly known yet. However, I'm sure there's more to it, and the white door definitely has something to do with everything going on here. Moving on to the next video titled Dust Bowl Anomaly.mp4, we're given a more enlightening info from the description, outright confirming that the anomaly is messing with more people than just the MC. Found this file on my desktop. Might be from a Skype chat or somewhere. Looks like it is seeing the same thing I've been seeing. I'm going to send him a friend request on Steam so we can talk. I'm going to log in again tomorrow. I want to try something. Moving on to the video, we're shown some classic sniper gameplay with plenty of headshotting and just general winning from the player. This all goes on until the game world freezes and we again see the red sniper staring at the player ominously before the entire screen is consumed by a white void that sends this player right back to 2 Fort. Even more interesting is it seems to take place during the MC's second time there, as we see a blue scout making their way into the intel room. As the sniper makes his way to follow, we also see that a heavy is watching the sniper. Down in the intel room, we again see the white door. As the player approaches, everything goes dark. The sniper turns around just in time to see the sniper watching before they're suddenly grabbed by a malformed heavy and thrown into a door, where the video itself ends. So far, we've seen 2 anomalies and 2 players, the MC and the sniper, both of which seem to be in the same boat as the other. And as for the anomalies, we've seen a sniper and heavy. I won't count the blue sniper because we haven't explicitly seen them do anything spooky, but let's move on to the next episode. Unlike previous episodes, we don't see anything interesting from the description, but we are given a date, 6/30/2011. Much like the previous videos, this video's majority consists of classic TF2 gameplay, where this time the main character is an engineer player. For the first leg of this video, we follow him upkeeping his little NG nest before following a pyro into the vents. Strangely enough, it kinda seems like they're leading him inside. The moment he steps out of eyeshot of the pyro, we hear a gib sound effect and things take a turn for the worst. Interestingly enough, we still see the sniper sitting where he was at the beginning of the video. Like the sniper from the double cross video, it seems like this one is observing the player. For a final time, the engineer is attacked by the heavy. Interestingly enough, you can bypass them completely by leaving the game, saving the player's PC from a crash and them from more terror. Looking to the next video, it's the shortest of all, only being 18 seconds long. In it, we see an engineer being hunted by a spy anomaly. We again see this all taking place in an intel room, the red intel room. Unlike the other videos too, this one is animated, with the engineer almost appearing mocap animated. While the video itself doesn't contain very much in the way of substance, we do see another interesting layer to everything that leads me to wonder if the anomalies are also hunting in-game personalities, or if the white door could somehow be trapping real people within TF2. After all, it does defy source logic, and these anomalies are certainly anything but normal. Moving on to the next video titled Soldier Bob TF2 Anomaly MP4, we are given a second date, 5/6/2011. Looking at the video, the beginning shows a glitchy shot that quickly changes to a normal soldier gameplay. However, this video actually takes place during the double cross anomaly, as we can clearly see the MC and his engineer friend interacting as they were during everything. Things from here go on normally up until the soldier encounters a red sniper, where his game seems to lag a bit. A bit after this, the soldier crit rockets himself into oblivion, and things finally take a darker turn. Soldier is brought back into a nearly pitch black version of the map, where the only light is produced by an unseen flashlight and the few lights that still seem to hardly function or really put out much light in general. After being dragged towards the exit, the video cuts to a still image of a soldier facing down a new engineer anomaly. Not too different from the spy, considering they both have horrifically elongated fingers and unhinged jaws. Now, before we move on to the next video, these videos here happen directly after each other chronologically. So instead, we'll skip to the next one and move on to Help, My TF2 Game is Haunted. This video is far more faithful to the classic My Game is Haunted videos of the past. It even comes complete with the old Windows Movie Maker editing and the text that covers the whole screen too. So, I'll read out the text when it appears and give minor breakdowns as we go. But before that, this video has a description. Can anyone explain what happened in my game? I was in a private lobby when all of this started happening. I'm new, so maybe I'm missing something. Is this a bot that spawns during the game? Is this a glitch? Has anyone else seen this in their games? The player in my game said TRNOFF. I don't really know what this is supposed to mean or who he is. If anyone has answers, please put them in the comments area. I will update this description if anything changes. As expected, the anomalies can appear anywhere and everywhere, even in private games presumably made by a player. With that info in mind, let's move on to the video itself. It started when I joined an empty game so I could practice engineer when this happened. The engineer catches a glimpse of a red sniper, despite being in an empty match. Another thing to note is the red sniper is somehow always involved in each video. I thought I imagined it, so I went back. A sniper? Again, the red sniper appears. He's weaponless, and we also see the player checking the scoreboard multiple times, showing that there is in fact no players in game. The engineer types hello in the chat. It looks like another player, but they aren't on the player list. I was a little freaked out, so I left the computer on to make myself a sandwich when this happened. From across the mountain near the blue barn, we see the blue sniper. For a moment, they type out a string of letters that read, "Turn off." Why it wants us to turn off the game, I don't know. Though, it could correspond to what the engineer did in the previous video, where he shut off the game when confronted. It's a blue sniper. It was red before. He disappeared after this white rectangle appeared. I didn't see any of this until I rewatched the recording. So I decided to go back to my base and continue when this happened. the player hears fast-paced footsteps and an odd cracking noise, when they're suddenly transported into a live Dust Bowl match. The player wanders for a little in what's likely shock before seeing the red sniper, who ultimately crashes their game. This brings us to the final set of 3 videos, which are the 2 that happen back to back with each other, and the most important video to the series of all, which I'll keep a secret until we get to it. Now, let's move on to Two Fort Doorway, where I actually now realize this is a follow-up to Two Fort Basement, as we can clearly see the engineer coming from where they previously encountered the red spy. For the better part of the video, we see the engineer making his way towards another white doorway, and for a moment, we see one of the snipers coming through. I'll assume that it's the blue sniper, considering that after this, the engineer is allowed to go through without any difficulty. After the engineer makes his way into the new map via the white door, we see that the map is steel. Well, CP steel. Like the map, the TF2 map. I should have been more clear there, I'm so sorry. We also see the engineer turn his camera towards himself, showing that he's a bit shocked but relieved. Another thing I didn't take into account either is that these advanced bots, as I'll label them from here on out, may be low-level anomalies themselves. We do see plenty of different kinds of anomalies in each video, each seeming to function somewhat different, but at the same time very similar to each other. Moving on to the next video, TF2 Anomaly _found footage. This video picks up right after we left off, with the engineer looking at the camera as he takes in his new environment. Right off the bat, we see another anomaly. This one appearing to be another spy, though not the red one we saw before, as this one is blue. And a bit after this, we catch another sighting of the blue sniper, watching on from afar with his arms crossed as the engineer is startled by a cart that's moving all on its own. The engineer is attacked, and presumably unalived by the blue spy. With it all said and done, the blue sniper is seen a final time, taking the camera before the video finally ends. It makes me wonder if the blue sniper ordered the blue spy to do the deed. After all, he did look pretty disappointed in the engineer in that one frame. I mean, come on, look at him. That's disappointment if I've ever seen it. But we have one more video. The most important in the timeline, in fact, revealing the true mastermind to everything. As to not do it any injustice, I'll allow it to play from start to finish uninterrupted. Here we go. Okay, real talk. I have no idea why this one was included in the playlist. I mean, really, it's there. Look at that. It was made by the creator. I'm not lying. But with the videos out of the way, let's hammer out some details and try to get a real feel for what's going on in this series. Now, from what I've gathered, the main antagonists of the series are the anomalies. Which I'll be dividing into 4 classes. Firstly, you have your players, which don't really count as anomalies. The base TF2 feller who often is the solo target of the anomaly. Secondly, you have the advanced bots. The one real example we have of this is the engineer featured in the final 2 videos of the series, who seem almost alive in their movements and the way they act. Though, at the same time, they're not at the same power level as the greater anomalies. Thirdly, you have the help, these being the engineer, heavy, and the spy duo, who aren't ever far from either of the 2 snipers. Notably, they're actually incredibly deformed and seem to do the bidding of the snipers. And as you would expect, we have the snipers. The red and blue snipers, respectively, seem to operate differently. The red sniper is shown to be outright hostile to players and likely advanced bots too. They're also seen with the help, likely being the ones guiding their actions for the most part, and with the red sniper is the blue one, who seems to observe rather than interfere, as they can be seen in most videos watching and even guiding players, and advanced bots alike. However, it seems that the blue sniper has his limits, as it seemingly grew frustrated with the engineer and allowed them to be taken by the blue spy. Why they did this exactly is unknown, and whether or not this is the end of the series remains to be seen. Though, I wouldn't say it's over, as some of the creators' other videos seem to directly reference the series itself. So, you'll know if they make any more if I make a follow-up to this video at some point. Now, bring on the community art! There we go. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, dare I say, subscribe, and join the Discord server. It's a lively place, and I live stream. So, if you'd like to be notified exactly when I go live, that's the place to be. I'm Dregobob, hoping you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Bye-bye! You sentence making here. Grah, I'm the sniper and I'm gonna piss. Why did I write that?